Hello and welcome. I am Gimba Umar. Tonight, Abia State House of Assembly impeaches Speaker Martin Zazubike over alleged financial recklessness, elects Kennedy Njoku as replacement. Bad weather prevents presidential planes takeoff, forces President Buhari to postpone scheduled visit to Bauchi State. Nigerian army dismisses latest video released by Boko Haram factional leader Abubakar Shekau as mere propaganda, insists that Sambisa forest has been captured. And US President Barack Obama expels 35 Russian diplomats over alleged interference with the United States presidential election.
On business news tonight, payouts to 3 tiers of government fall below 500 billion naira as federal allocations decline in outgoing year.
And on sports news tonight, Argentine striker Carlos Tevez becomes world's highest paid footballer after signing a whopping $41 million a year contract with Chinese club Shanghai Shenhua.
Hello, I'm Ibrahim Adra, and from Abuja, federal government recovers 40 brand new SUVs and other vehicles from a former permanent secretary.
I, Honorable Bishop Kennedy Azubike Njoku, do solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that as the Speaker of the Abia State House of Assembly, I will perform my function honestly, to the best of my ability, faithfully, in accordance with the Constitution, of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the law, and rules of Abia State House of Assembly, and always in the interest of the sovereignty, integrity, solidarity, well-being.
We begin tonight in Abia State, Nigeria's southeast, where there has been a change in the leadership of the State House of Assembly. Honorable Kennedy Njoku was this afternoon elected after 20 of the 24 lawmakers in the Assembly voted to impeach the former Speaker, Martin Zazubike, whom they accused of financial recklessness. Meanwhile, the new Speaker has been sworn in and has performed his first official function. While attempts by Channels Television to get the impeached Speaker's side of the story has not been successful, a member of the House told Channels Television that what led to the ouster of the Honorable Azubike.
The Speaker is very financially reckless, and he doesn't carry his members along. He handles this house as a sole administrator. Some of us are his officers. He doesn't consult us. He spends money as if this place is his private business. And after taking decisions in the house, he will go and do something else.
The presidency has announced that President Muhammad Buhari's visit to Bauchi State, earlier scheduled for today, has been postponed due to bad weather. According to a statement by the senior special assistant to the president, Garba Shehu, based on information from the weather station, visibility in Abuja on Thursday morning was 600 meters, 200 meters short of the 800 meters minimum requirement for a safe aircraft takeoff. Based on this, the commander of the Presidential Air Fleet, Air Commodore Hassan Abubakar, cancelled the flight. In cancelling the visit to the state, President Muhammad Buhari said that he regrets the disruption caused by the bad weather. He's, however, looking forward to the visit, in which is expected to commission an Air Force medical facility and a number of other projects by the state government. The president also thanked the government and people of Bauchi State and the Nigerian Air Force for the preparations made to receive him, and assures them that he is going to visit the state at a more auspicious time. Meanwhile, other air travelers in the nation's capital, Abuja, have endured a difficult holiday travel season. Several airlines have either cancelled flights or stopped operations on many routes. Our correspondent, Ajuri Ngelale, reports that the situation in the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja is indeed worrisome.
Just 1 day removed from the cancellations of several flights across the nation due to extreme weather conditions, the Harmattan haze here behind me still bears down on flight operations. This is the site of a disheartened collection of humanity. Air travelers who endure a seemingly perpetual delay in this outdated facility, now frustrated into seething silence. Still groggy from an overwhelmingly uncomfortable overnight stay spent on the unyielding metal seats of the waiting lobby. One man says his anger is directed at aviation authorities who he alleges allow airlines to routinely abuse due process for capital gains.
Many of us find it difficult to get to the destination, basically, because I don't know, there's a need for the airlines to step up.
While some will meet relief at the destination, some will confront further hardship. This anguished mother recounts how her family holiday was ruined as she was forced to travel by road from Kaduna to Abuja in the morning. But her pain is only beginning as she sets off for Lagos to track down international luggage that failed to arrive with her daughter from abroad.
They're telling us that next year they want to close this airport and move to Kaduna. And I don't know what the horrors will be. I don't know whether people have been to Kaduna Airport. My daughter came in on the 12th of December. Today's 29th. We are yet to receive the luggage from Arik.
While the Harmattan haze is the culprit of chaos in Nigerian aviation this week, passengers query what the excuse is for normalized airline delays and other abnormalities in recent years, and when will such be checked to remove the haze from an industry that should be central to economic growth and national development. Ajuri Ngelale, Channels Television News.
Boko Haram elusive leader Abubakar Shekau has appeared in a new video where he disputed claims by the Nigerian military that the group had been routed from its Sambisa forest stronghold. In a 25-minute video, Shekau says the group remains safe and has not been flushed out of anywhere. He accused the military of deceiving Nigerians by claiming to have flushed out the group from Sambisa forest. Although it is not clear when and where the video was shot, Shekau says it was shot on Christmas Day. Shekau, who was flanked by masked men and spoke in Hausa and Arabic, said, "If you indeed crushed us, how can you see me like this? How many times have you killed us in your bogus death?" In the meantime, the Nigerian army has denounced the video clip released by Boko Haram terrorist group as mere propaganda, insisting that the group's last stronghold in Sambisa forest has fallen to the Nigerian troops. The army in a statement says it will subject the video to forensic analysis, but insisted that it has captured and occupied the Sambisa forest. It adds that the group merely aims to create fear in the minds of people with the video. It also gives assurance that troops deployed in various parts of the northeast will flush out the Boko Haram members fleeing the bombardment in the northeast with a view to bringing them to justice. In the meantime, the military may be considering other options to rescue the rest of the Chibok schoolgirls following the capture of the Sambisa forest without students in sight. Before now, it was widely believed that the sect held them hostage in the forest. But the spokesman of the Nigerian Army, Brigadier General Sani Usman, says that they now have to look elsewhere. Our correspondent Amaka Okafo takes a look at the efforts by the military.
The Sambisa forest used to be the stronghold of the Boko Haram sect until recently, when the federal government announced that the military has recovered the area. While the group held sway in the forest, several people were rescued from the area and it is believed by many that the abducted Chibok schoolgirls were held within the same territory.
This case has proved to us definitely that the remaining girls are in Sambisa. From Sambisa, they carry them out. And now they are telling us that they have cleared Sambisa. Where are the girls?
Following the success recorded against the sect in the forest, many were hoping that the remaining Chibok schoolgirls would be rescued, but that is not the situation. However, the military is calling for more cooperation as they continue efforts to find the girls.
We are not resting on our hours till when every other person that has been held captive by the Boko Haram terrorists has been rescued. What I want you to understand is that everybody now has a role to play, and that is why we stated last week that they are in this array and they have been panning out within the country. We hope to pursue them wherever they are to make sure that the persons are rescued and all other Boko Haram terrorists are brought to justice.
Nevertheless, the Bring Back Our Girls group are hoping that the girls will be rescued.
They must go all out and do all the needful and ensure that each and every Nigeria that is out there must be brought back home. Both the Chibok girls whom we know their names and the ones that we do not know their names, they all have to be brought back home. So that means there's a tiny bit of space somewhere that our Chibok girls and other abductees are, and so we need to get there and bring them back.
One thing everybody seems to agree on is that hope needs to be kept alive, and government needs to continue to work to ensure that every single abducted person is rescued and returned to their loved ones. Amaka Okafo, Channels Television News.
The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has been speaking on the controversial interception of a consignment of suspected plastic rice in Lagos by officials of the Nigeria Customs. The Acting Director General of the NAFDAC, Mrs. Yetunde Oni, at a joint press conference with officials of the Nigeria Customs in Abuja, explained that the final laboratory tests on the suspected plastic rice proved negative. The agency, however, declared the intercepted product, branded Best Tomato, as unfit for human consumption, having failed other quality tests carried out by NAFDAC.
Usually when you take a sample to the lab, there are few parameters that you can easily take action on and pronounce on, and that's exactly what happened. And we did promise that we're going to give the comprehensive results at a later date. For that particular suspected fake product, floating was negative, sedimentation positive, lead and cadmium not detected, aerobic mesophilic count 2.8 times 10 to the power 5 above maximum limits, coliform counts 7.5 times 10 to the power 3 above maximum limits. Therefore, based on the above laboratory result, the product is not plastic, but the rice is contaminated with microorganisms above permissible limit. Hence, the seized rice consignment is unsatisfactory and therefore unwholesome for human consumption.
In part two, after the break, in continuation of our assessment of various sectors in 2016, tonight we focus on the performance of the National Assembly. Stay with us.